The Arbiter Code. It's inside you, isn't it? That Helmer, he truly is something. Hiding the release code inside such cute young ladies.
Please don't waste your time. Besides, I think you've forgotten something. If you damage this body, then you'll lose your precious master. Lovely, isn't she? Her abilities are equal to and on par with those of Negredo. I trust you understand what that means. It would be a shame to have to see those beautiful faces twisted in pain now, wouldn't it? So I do hope that you're prepared to talk voluntarily. So, they disposed of Citrine. What is it? Oh, I see. You're sad. You had a connection to that unit. But that's nothing more than an illusion. You are weapons. You see, you're nothing more than one of my parts. You don't need any meaningless emotions. Anything more is completely unnecessary. Behold this glorious picture. My revenge will begin. My time of victory against his terror has finally come. Is that you, Rubido? It's been a long time, hasn't it? I must say I've missed you. Oh, I am so disappointed in you, Rubido. This circumstance is your fault entirely. There's no one else to blame but yourself, and I'm afraid I've been forced to take matters into my own hands. Since those incomplete units failed their mission 15 years ago. No, it isn't that sort of thing. Nothing can ever destroy Udu. I guess you really don't understand the reasons why I am here. In ancient times, people used to be together with God. People loved God, revered, and even feared God. Out of fear of the undying God, they sought divine power. This was a way for the ancients to resist him. Eventually, they found a method to become gods themselves. We have revived their relics, the Merkaba and the Zohar emulators, as well as Mizrahi's Y data, which holds the records left behind by the ancients. This holds the instructions so that we may become gods once again. You see, Udu is a god of this dimension. If in fact God cannot be destroyed, then we shall be the ones to become gods ourselves. Farewell, my son. I must go now. Remember your great father. So, you finally made it. The powers I gave you must not amount to much, my dear son. Your father is trying to take responsibility for the mistakes you children made. You should be grateful to me and stop complaining. Oh? You're going to raise your hand against your own creator? I'm impressed you have the nerve. Are you sure? Your dear brother is inside me, you know. You're wasting your time. His consciousness is deep inside me. Your voice won't reach it. Unlike you, this son has served me well. Although I admit I was surprised when he killed me. It doesn't matter. It has all been a sacred sacrifice, so that I may transcend Udu. I imagine you heard from Sellers. I am the first human being to make contact with Udu through the transfer experiment. I obtained this power then, but along with it, I was implanted with an inescapable fear. I trembled before that fear. I struggled against it and ran. And eventually, I realized that this fear was in fact what shackles people to the human realm. And to overcome that fear requires the power of a god. I sought divine power, and learned it would be granted if the relics of God were brought together as one. That's why I've come here to Mictum. Now I will transcend the fear of God. I will surpass God's existence. I will obtain Zarathustra that sleeps on Mictum, and ascend to a higher plane, to the realm of God.